One day while exploring Nahant, a coastal area on the eastern outskirts of Boston, we passed through a really busy area. The Brotherhood like to land here. We often find Mirelurks and super mutant patrols. There is a Red Rocket truck stop here, and just behind it, we find a closed gate to the east. Opening it, we appear to wander into what at one time was a rather private suburban community. But all of these houses are ruins, blasted out. Few of them still have four walls. We find a Pulowski preservation shelter here. Inside, bones. Surrounded by empties, this guy knew how to wait out the apocalypse. But if we wander into the woods next to this, we stumble upon the remains of an old driveway. This driveway leads up a hill until we arrive at what appears to be a still intact house, but it's more than a house, it's almost a mansion. We do, however, see ghouls, and as we hide behind a fence encircling the property, we discover Croup Manor. Peering inside, we see a couple of ghouls. But it looks like those weren't the only two. Another one comes for us, and so we can hide behind this pedestal in the middle of the courtyard. But then... going for the other one. Okay, 4. That appears to be it. There is a scrap ramp leading atop this pedestal in the middle of the courtyard, and here we see the remains of what at one time was a courtyard statue. Only the statue's pedestal remains. We have no idea what used to rest here. Turning towards the manor, we see that it's at least 3 stories, and peeking at us through the window is one creepy mannequin. But then, looking off towards the light by a carport, we see another ghoul. The light illuminates a workshop, but if we try to activate it, we learn that we need to clear the enemies from the location first, before we can turn this place into a settlement. Alright, well, I'd love a manor for a settlement. We'll start by going through the front door. We quickly see that though the exterior walls are mostly intact, the interior is in shambles. But we don't see any enemies, so we can risk a light. Everything is fine until we move into the dining room. That seemed to alert all of them. Oh, okay, we survived. Barely. It probably means this floor is clear. Moving into the dining room, we see a ghoul corpse hanging from the room above. The dining room is mostly empty, and the walls are all blasted out. We can step through one to see the water just outside. Oh, hey Deacon. There's nothing around to the left. Moving to the right, we find a door that leads back to the first floor. Here's the hallway where we killed the ghouls, and here we just find a couple of bureaus with mentats in one drawer, and some kitchenware and a teddy bear in some top drawers. But hiding behind the teddy bear is some whiskey. Moving back towards the carport, we see a staircase leading up. This time, I'm not going to take any chances. Turning off our light, we can slowly creep upstairs. There is a door in the northern wall, and there's the mannequin, but beside it... Hey, miss. Creepy. Turning around, we see a lamp that's still illuminated after 200 years. Wonder how that's possible. Nearby is a novice-locked door, and the floor before it has been chewed away. Picking the lock...
That's it.
Ooh, we knock over some more mannequins, but we find a safe here, and it's opened. Inside is pre-war money, and atop it is a laser pistol and a cap stash. Another ghoul corpse hangs out of this bedroom, but this is a dead end unless we want to jump out. So back to the main room, we can finish exploring before we take the staircase up. In the next room... Ow!
Fighting time.
Gee, how did I not wake him up earlier? Turning around, we find a novice-locked desk. Inside is the Croup bedroom key. Oh. Looks like we've got a locked bedroom to explore in our future. We find the feral ghoul that was hanging down into the dining room below, but that's it for this floor. So now we can take the stairs to reach the top floor, and it looks like there are no ghouls here. A blasted out wall to the left reveals a rooftop that may at one time have been a patio, but the rooftop is obliterated. This wall is obliterated. It's just a gaping hole. On this floor we find a few pieces of scrap, another illuminated lamp that's leaning, no evidence that it's plugged in, and another door with a missing floor. But this one we can unlock using the Croup bedroom key. Oh, great. A glowing one. But we got the jump on him.
What a mess. And for me to say that, you know it means something.
Yes, Deacon, I'm sure you have seen a lot of messes. No idea exactly how long he's been around. Turning around, we find a dresser, and inside the dresser is the Croup basement key. Oh, there's a basement? Okay, I think I know where we're going next. By the master bed, we see a hole in the floor that leads down to the staircase. We can hop down here to the second floor, then take the stairs to the first floor, and continue down the stairs to the basement level. Oh! This ghoul was surrounded by another mannequin. What did these people use these mannequins for? Hi, guy. Ugh. Turning right, we can enter the Croup Manor basement by using the basement key. On the other side, Deacon steps forward.
You go first the next time we storm a ghoul-infested basement. I'll be behind you. Very, very far behind you.
Oh, so are you saying there's ghouls in this basement? Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. We arrive on a landing atop a short staircase leading to a flooded basement. Yep, we got ghouls. At least 3. I think that might be it. We can risk a light for now. Moving in a clockwise fashion, we find a mini nuke on a couch. There is some scrap on a bookshelf, cans of purified water and fancy lad snack cakes in a bin. And then behind a bookshelf, we find an interesting scene. A Jangles the Moon Monkey is drinking whiskey in a teeny tiny little rowboat. This is the teeniest, tiniest little rowboat I think I've seen in all of Fallout 4. And he's got a life preserver around his neck. If only I could take this tiny little rowboat into one of my settlements. It's so cute. Heading out, we see another blasted away wall, revealing another room. Stepping inside, we find a corpse. It's labeled. This is the body of Theodore Croup. On his body are 48 bottle caps. But after we loot them...
Oh!
And that should be it. Near to this ghoul is an end of dungeon steamer trunk with ammunition inside.
It takes a long time for this much dirt to gather.
Thanks, Deacon. Any other pearls of wisdom there? Nearby is a weapons workbench, and to the left of the bench is an advanced locked box safe. Inside we find more ammunition, a 10mm pistol, and pre-war money.
With skills like that, remind me to show you a couple places.
Anytime, buddy. We can pick locks together. The fridge is overturned. We can't see what's inside of it. But on the other side of Theodore Croup's body is a terminal. Theodore's personal terminal. Inside we find 4 entries. In the first, journal entry January 15th, 2078. Nearly 3 months after the nuclear apocalypse of 2077. When my father said that nothing could change the Croup family dynasty, not even the crippling debt from a bad stock market trade, he apparently didn't think about a world flooded with radiation poisoning. Let me back up. When I watched the mushroom clouds rising, I thought that it was someone's sick joke. I'd prayed for something to wipe away the debt, but this was not what I had in mind. But I'd take a blue-collar lifestyle over having the majority of my financial features slide off in my sleep. All right, so he was fairly wealthy before the war, and there was some sort of economic collapse, or maybe he made some bad stock trades that caused him to lose much of the Croup family fortune. In the next one, journal entry February 2nd, 2078, less than a month later. Well, could be worse. I locked the rest of the family in the basement and hid the key. Couldn't bring myself to kill them. They may be disgusting monsters, but that's still my Aunt Belinda in there. I've started to find that there are other survivors out here. Some of them look like roadkill too. They all killed the ones that turned into monsters and started trying to kill us normal ones. Weird thing I noticed, none of the ferals seemed interested in attacking those of us falling apart. So by this time, Theodore was a ghoul, but he didn't turn feral. However, the rest of his family did, even Aunt Belinda. Other survivors killed the ferals in Nahant, but he hid what was left of his family in the basement. I guess that means we just killed them. In the next one, journal entry February 10th, 2078, just a few days later. Okay, it worked. I went into the basement and the rest of the family didn't try and kill me. Actually, they kind of ignored me. But that's not the point. The point is, the old world is dead. Everyone is back to square one. Our debt is gone, and we can start over. Look, if I can still talk and function and act like a normal human being, then so can they. They just need a little nudge. The Croup family will be back on top in no time. Oh no. So Theodore Croup refused to accept the fact that the brains of his family had all rotted away. They wouldn't attack him because he was a ghoul like them, and he figured that he could revive them somehow. Well, how long did he work on that? In the last one, journal entry, who cares? Hundreds of years. Hundreds! I can't stink and die. None of us can. I've spent hundreds of years trying to teach these creatures how to act human. I've got nothing to show for it, except maybe my cousin James can spot the difference between a salad fork and a regular fork. I can't be sure he's not lucky. How the hell are we supposed to be the affluent socialite Croup family again if we're all monsters? This is pointless. I swear to God I'm gonna bust in Aunt Belinda's head if she doesn't listen to me. You just watch! It looks like he did try to bust in Aunt Belinda's head, only he failed. His family must have turned on him after 200 years in this basement, ignoring him because he was just a ghoul. He turns on them, and then they turn on him. And thus ends the legacy of the Croup family. Heading back up the stairs and outside, we can walk out the door to activate the workshop. And with all the ghouls dead, including the ghouls in the basement, we now have access to Croup Manor as a settlement. I published a settlement build video years ago showing off what I did with my Croup Manor that you can watch here. At the time, I wasn't building it to look pretty. I was trying to make it efficient, to maximize my profits, and to get as many settlers here as possible. But I repaired all the walls, all the floors, and made it feel a little bit more like home. It's a pretty big build site, with 3 floors and part of a basement that we can customize, and a lot of land as well. However, we can't actually build anything beyond the basement door. The room where we found the body of Theodore Croup has to stay the way it is. Croup Manor is one of the places in Boston that almost all of our companions have something to say. They usually make a unique comment upon arrival.
This place is giving me the creeps.
Something isn't right. We should get out of here.
Mum, do proceed carefully here. I find this place unsettling.
Be careful.
This is downright creepy.
What was... Something must have moved.
Getting bad vibes from this place. We shouldn't be here.
This place could give a mutant nightmares.
Blue, something's not right here.
Strong feels strange, like enemies watching.
This place has me on edge.
Perhaps it's just my proximity sensors malfunctioning, but something feels very wrong here.
Don't much care for this place, Captain. How's about we move on?
Yeah, this is fine. I wasn't planning on sleeping tonight anyway.
This place would elicit fear in most individuals. Fortunately, my training prevents... Wait, what was that?
And they each have something unique to say when they enter the basement.
Who knows how long they've been locked in here?
That's why I hate ferals. No damn table manners.
Nothing quite as becoming as waterlogged ghouls.
I have heard of the Croups. Very influential back in the day.
And now?
You go first next time we storm a ghoul-infested basement. I'll be behind you. Very, very far behind you.
So I guess we missed dinner then.
Hope you guys saved room for dessert.
Goodness. What happened down here?
Basement full of ghouls. And just when I thought I'd smelled everything.
How did all these ghouls get down here?
Damn feral scum.
And that is the full story of Croup Manor and the fate of Theodore Croup. I publish new Fallout videos each and every week on my channel, so if you don't want to miss my next one, be sure to subscribe and to click that bell notification button. If you have already but you still feel like you're missing out on YouTube notifications, consider following me on Twitter at Oxhorn. I update Twitter manually with every new piece of content that I publish. I've got a shirt shop with completely unique designs that you can't find anywhere else. My designs come on shirts in a variety of men's, women's, and children's sizes, and in a wide array of colors. You can find them on other products as well, like smartphone cases, pillows, posters, mugs, stickers, prints, etc. So if interested, you can find a link to my shop in the description below, or you can click here. If you like what I do and you want to support me in a more personal way, consider becoming a patron on Patreon or a member here on YouTube. YouTube members and patrons on Patreon gain access to a private channel on my Discord server, and YouTube members get little badges that appear next to their names in the comment sections of my videos, and access to ox emojis that they can use in my video comments and in the live chats of my live streams. But more than anything, I'm just so glad you're here watching this video with me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon with more brand new videos.